Alright, let's get into it. So recently I made a YouTube short explaining how AI agents are the future. And it wasn't just me. Ex-Google CEO Eric Schmidt explained that in 2025 there's going to be three major developments. Infinite chat windows, text to action, but most importantly, AI agents. Now, I've been dealing with AI agents for probably around the last year. I've been experimenting with them and actually using them on a pretty much daily basis. So in this video, we're going to be explaining what exactly is an AI agent, how is it different to what we already use, such as ChatGPT, or for some of you, custom GPTs. And then towards the second half of this video, we're actually going to be making our own AI agent together right here. So first, let's discuss what exactly is an AI agent. Well, to put it simply, it's pretty much a custom GPT that has access to softwares, APIs, but then also other agents and custom GPTs. Now, its interface is very similar to ChatGPT. It's still a text box window where you can enter in a prompt and it completes a task. However, rather than just completing the one task, you can actually enter in one prompt to complete multiple tasks. So, for example, say you are a business and there are a couple clients in your CRM that haven't paid their monthly invoices. Common problem that many business owners face. Now, rather than you going into the CRM manually and looking for those clients and then pulling their emails out and writing up a personalized email and then also setting up a follow-up email in a few days' time, you can type in one prompt in the AI agent, given that it has access to the tools such as Gmail and your CRM, and it can do it all automatically. It will pull the data, those of those clients which have not paid their invoices, write them a personalized email, and then also schedule a follow-up email in a couple of days' time. Now you're probably thinking, wow, that's a lot more powerful than just what ChatGPT can do, where you just write up a personalized email where you still have to send it off afterwards. So then how are they different to what we already use? Well, I like to think of it as a business hierarchy. Right at the bottom, we have your employees, which in this case you can think of ChatGPT. It's not very trained, it's just giving you very generic, basic responses. They're okay. Then above that, one step above, is our supervisors. These guys are still ChatGPT. Maybe they've been trained with one prompt beforehand. They understand the context, what kind of role they have, a little bit more information about the scenario, giving a little bit of a better output. Then above the supervisors, you get the managers. Now these guys, you can think of custom GPTs. These guys know exactly what their role is, what the context is, and have been given examples to understand the tone, language, sentence structure, and examples of a perfect output. And they're really, really good. And then right at the top, you have the big boss, the CEO. And here you can think of AI agents. Now these guys have access to custom GPTs, tools, softwares, and they can delegate tasks to different custom GPTs depending on the situation. We'll use the previous example. The AI agent receives a prompt to write up an email to the clients who haven't paid their invoices. The AI agent itself isn't very good at writing up emails, but what it is good at is understanding the context and actually using its resources to complete the task most effectively. So what it would do is call the custom GPT that's an expert in writing emails and then send the writing email task to that custom GPT and then receive the output to then send off to the clients. Now, obviously this doesn't mean that AI is going to take over businesses and become the new CEO, but what I'm saying is that businesses that start to implement AI agents are going to be able to start growing 100 times faster, because it's the same thing as onboarding new employees, except these employees, you don't have to pay a salary, they don't have to go sleep, they work non-stop perfectly every time. So that's enough talking from me. Let's get into building one. So personally, I found the best software and the most easiest software for those of you trying to learn as well is Relevance AI. Now, the reason why is because it's very easy to build these agents, but then also connect tools and other softwares for your agents to use. Now you might be thinking, okay, what about other platforms such as Make.com, NAN, Zapier? These platforms are good, and yes, it is certainly possible to build an AI agent. However, they're not really built for the sole purpose of building AI agents. They're more built for automating softwares together. So first head to Relevance AI and sign up. Now once you're in, you get straight into the Your Agents page. Now, as you can see here, I have a couple of AI agents that I've been using, perfecting over time. Now, if you open up the little hamburger menu on the left, top left, you can see three sections under workforce: agents, tools, and knowledge. Now this is the main area that you want to be focusing on when building AI agents. If you click into agents, which is where we were, you have all your agents to view, as well as importing them and creating them. If you quickly touch over tools, this is where you give your agents access to little automations that they can then use when completing their tasks. And we'll touch more on this towards the end of the video. And finally, knowledge. Now, knowledge bases are pretty much data stores for AI agents to use. In this case, you can upload PDFs, even voice notes as well. Other sets of data such as Excel spreadsheets, CSVs. Now, if you go into agents and click on new agent, we're brought up to this profile here. So here we can customize the profile image, which you can do if you want. We'll pick this person here with the orange shirt. We'll give it a name, we'll pick Dave. Now the agent that I'm going to be building with you guys is my most used agent. It is a YouTube Shorts and TikTok caption generator. Now this agent is perfect for, you have a script, you copy the script of your shorts, you put it straight into here and it will output a perfect caption with a couple hashtags, perfect SEO keywords. It's short, sharp, and to the point. And it's perfect just to copy and paste straight when you're publishing the video. YouTube Shorts and TikTok caption expert. And you can add a description if you want to. I usually just put the description next to the agent's name, just so I can quickly see what exactly the agent does. It's just easier to see. Now these integrations you can actually connect them later, but for now, we don't need to actually connect any integrations for now. Next, head to core instructions. Now this is the main area where you're going to be training your actual agent. Okay, so right here is the prompt that I'm going to be using for this. You guys can either copy it word for word, and if you do want it, it will be linked in the description below. Otherwise, you can write up your own prompt to make it more custom as well. Quick tip in here is that you can also use markdown formatting. For those of you who don't know what markdown formatting is, there's a little link in the description below. But pretty much allows you to add sections, headings, that sort of thing. So here you can see at the bottom, I have double asterisks on either side. And when I tick this little box, it then becomes bold. And that just tells the LLM that, look, that is an important line. Make sure that keep that in mind when you're producing your output. So next, after this, is the flow builder. Now what we're going to be doing is, at the moment, we have YouTube and TikTok. Now this is great if you want both to be outputted at the same time, but what if you're making a large agent that has multiple different features, but you only want a certain type of action to happen? For example, say I only want YouTube caption for my YouTube Shorts, because the video is not going to be posted on TikTok. So what I would do here is set it up here in the flow builder. So let's build that right out. So first we'll add an instructional step. Here I'm going to say, ask the user if they would like a caption for YouTube Shorts or TikTok or both. Okay, now then another instructional, and here we'll say if the user asks for one, either YouTube Shorts or TikTok, only output that caption. If they say both, output both. Now, as you can see, I'm being very clear here with the actual instructions in this flow builder step, because I want to ensure that when I ask for YouTube Shorts or TikTok, I get only that one output and not both. Now in this instance, if I do get both, it's not the end of the world because I can just ignore the one part. But say this was a massive AI agent and it had access to multiple different tools and softwares, you would want to ensure that it's only giving you the output that you actually need. Next, if you go to abilities, this part you can ignore for now, but all it does in here is just saying enable label tasks. So your agent can actually label the different conversations that you have. So if you want to refer back to it later, then you can turn this on and you can have like a nice little neat heading. Tools. Now for now, I'm not going to be adding any tools, but we'll come back to that later. Sub agents. Now this is where you can actually connect other agents to this agent. For example, like I was saying earlier with the custom GPT, say you train an agent that's specific at, for example, Jordan here, LinkedIn expert. Say you have a set of 3 people that you need to send a message to, and you want to DM them on LinkedIn as well. You can connect this agent, and Dave here will actually connect to Jordan and then do the outreach method like that for LinkedIn. If we go to advanced settings here, we can see a few other settings, such as suggesting replies. I recommend keeping this off just to keep the amount of credits you use down. Language model, the best is GPT-4 Mini. And I'll explain why later, but pretty much is the cheapest, but also giving you the best responses compared to 3.5 and other models as well. And if you prefer Claude, then you can also use Claude here as well. Temperature, now this is pretty much the creativeness of the output. So for those of you who are not sure about temperature, the higher the number here, the more creative the output would be. If it's 0 right now, it makes it more precise, which is what we want. We want a precise caption. I guess you could put it to number 1, which we will now, just so it is a little bit creative with the captions. The rest of these tools you can ignore for now, but pretty much it's saying here instructions for naming tasks, when you're creating a label for them, guide for using the agent. Now this is useful if you want to actually send the agent to a colleague and they don't understand how this agent works. You can give them a set of instructions to actually teach them how it works. Next is the welcome message. Now we can add here, enter a script, and I'll give you a caption for it. There we go. And those are the settings we can ignore for now. After this, click on Save Changes, and your AI agent is ready to go. So right here, I've got a YouTube Shorts script that I have that I created for building my short form video for AI agents. If you send to Dave, you'll So not sure why it's glitched there, but as you can see, the flow control section has actually worked. It says, would you like a caption for YouTube Shorts or TikTok or both? For this, we'll just say TikTok only, please. And turn it off. Now it's working. And there we go. Short, sharp, perfect caption for TikTok. Now, let's take it one step further. At the moment right now, we have an AI agent that's able to develop and write up a custom caption depending on any script that you put into it. So let's make it sound a bit more business-minded. Let's make it sound like Alex Hormozi. To do that, we're gonna add a tool. And the reason why we're building a tool and not just hard coding it straight into this agent is because if we build the tool now, then we can actually refer back to it later on when you want to use it for other agents. Because then we just have to call upon that tool and they can also sound like Alex Hormozi. So head back to the main menu, head to tools. Now, as you can see, I have a couple tools here already that my agents use, but we're gonna be creating a new tool. So click new tool in the top corner. Now, for those of you who want to learn more about AI tools, click on view templates, and there's a whole range, actually I'll open it up now. There is a whole range of AI tools that Relevance AI actually gives you to actually use, implement, and just learn, really. So as you can see here, there are a ton of, well, these are actually agents, but here are tool templates. So if you can click on any of these, clone them to your workspace, and click into it, and you can see how a user has actually created them, and then kind of reverse engineer it and learn that way. But if we go back into this, we'll create a new tool. To make our responses sound like Alex Hormozi, we need two things. Firstly, a space for the current caption to be sent to the tool, and then an LLM model to change the words and make it more sound like Alex Hormozi. So for this, we need an input. So because it's a caption, it's generally quite long, so we'll have a long text input here. And for this title, we'll just put it script, actually no, caption of video. You can add a description, we'll say space for the caption to be changed. And this type section here, we'll leave it empty for now, because that's where the agent's gonna put the actual words in. Cool, now that we've got that, now we need to actually add the LLM step. So here at the bottom, you can see LLM, so add that. Now we can go into the prompt and say, you are Alex Hormozi. Your task is to analyze text given to you and write it like how you will be given a YouTube short or TikTok caption or both to make it sound like you. And we'll just add here, don't make it too long. Max 2 sentences. And then boom, there you go. Just so that the LLM knows. Alright, now we can actually change the model if you want to. As you can see, there's a lot of models. Now, I personally, as mentioned before, 4.0 mini is the best, mainly because it's the cheapest, but still gives you a really good result. So I would suggest 4.0 mini. You can use 0.1 preview or 4.0, but you can see here 6 credits, which is quite a lot, or 3.5, but it's 1.2. Cool, now that that's done, let's add a name for it. We'll say AI Hormozi. AI Hormozi. A little image. We'll put in an arm because he's a pretty strong guy. AI Hormozi. Right, like Alex Hormozi. Actually fix up his name, AI Hormozi. There we go. Click save. Head out of this, head back to our agent that we just built, Dave. Let's head to settings, let's head to tools, and here you can see AI Hormozi. It's ready to go. Now let's add it. As you can see, there's a little exclamation mark here. If you click into this, we'll give you little settings for this agent to use the tools. Right here you can see that there is an approval mode. You can have it to auto run, approval required, or let the agent decide. For now, we're going to keep it to approval required, just in case we want to have a situation where we don't want the agent to use this tool and sound like Alex Hormozi. We want to decide, okay, is that caption good enough? If it is, then we'll leave it out. We don't need the tool. If it's not good enough, we'll let AI Hormozi take over and rewrite the caption for us. So now we just click Save Changes. If we go into a new task, we'll then repaste our script, and we'll just say output both TikTok and YouTube Shorts. So there we go. It has recognized that we wanted both TikTok and YouTube Shorts, and it's now asking for if we wanted to use AI Hormozi in this caption. So if we click approve, using that tool, it's currently working right now, and there we go. So now this caption here has been outputted for YouTube Shorts as well as TikTok, but then also used, if you click into here, it has used AI Hormozi to change the actual language to how Alex Hormozi would write it. So there we go. You've now built your very own AI agent that's able to write up YouTube Shorts and TikTok captions with the actual choice of adding in an AI Hormozi tool to actually change the text and make it sound like Alex Hormozi wrote it. Now, if you guys want more videos like this, then let me know in the comments below and be sure to subscribe. See you guys in the next one.